Joe Johnston riding Lewis in the Novice 24. There's some drifting through the left shoulder. Therefore coming off the centre line, 6. That's accurate. Would like to see more flexion around the rider's inside leg. 7. Good transition. Active steps, 8. This is a nice rhythm. 7. There's some loss of balance, so the steps are becoming hurried and losing the quarters going back to K. For that reason, it's a 6. Modest, they need more ground cover for the higher mark, 6. That's an obedient transition and their active steps. 8. I like the way that your horse seeked the rein, but it just needs to be a little bit more consistent for the higher mark. 7. Did lose the outline in the transition, but it's a nice walk. 7. It's a good transition. Then it backed off the leg slightly and backing off again in the trot, in the canter transition, sorry, 6. The canter could be a little bit more off the shoulders, but there's a clear difference. Just needs to step under a little bit more. Certainly a 7. As I said, the weight's on the shoulders, but it's a good transition, 7. That was a good transition as well, but then losing balance. For that reason, it's another 7. The canter looks quite easy. There's a clear GNR. It could be more uphill, but the balance was fairly good, 7. There were some better strides there, although I would still like to see more, but I'm going to give a 7 as there was a couple that were better strides than the previous medium. I quite like the way the horses kept the rhythm. The rider could allow actually even more rein. But I'm going to give that an 8 because the horse took the lead and it was quite smooth. Once again, we're drifting and the halt's not square, 6. I like the horse's walk, but I would like to see more ground cover in the free walk, and for that reason I would award a 7 for the walk. The trot, once again, it's clear, 2 beat, a nice rhythm, but it needs to have more ground cover in the medium strides, but it's certainly a 7. The canter is correct. I would give it a 7. The impulsion, suppleness and elasticity I would award a 7. For the impulsion, the activity and engagement, I would give a 6 because it just needs to step under more to lift the forehand and have more uphill balance. The rider's position was certainly a 7 and the effects of the aids are a 7. Altogether, it shows a nice picture. It's a lovely looking horse. Shows the correct lines of training. Just needs a little bit more now. A little bit more uphill balance, a little bit more energy at times, a little bit more ground cover. But on the whole, it's a really nice test to judge. And as I said, it looks like the training's going along the correct lines.